Welcome, Aquarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to read the Eight of Pentacles for you on this full moon in Leo on the 12th of February. The Eight of Pentacles is describing discipline, hard work, something you're building, something you're creating very powerfully. And it's interesting that it is impacting your area of significant relationships. This can be you building a powerful business partnership is what immediately comes to mind, but it could be a romantic partner, a spouse who is also a business partner. This may be the way that you meet a spouse through a business partnership, and it's one that is this partnership reflects your absolute loyalty, dedication, devotion to your craft, to your expertise, to your gifts. Whatever you're doing, you are doing as a labor of love beyond the call of duty. This is a devotion that goes beyond recompense or recognition. You would do this work even if you weren't paid for it, which is ironic because apparently you're going to be paid very well. This card indicates absolute success in deliberately, carefully, procedurally developing not only a product service, but also developing yourself, improving upon your personal skills, your personal assets as a way of being prepared for the opportunities that come as a result of this discipline. This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. Welcome to all of you, new and old, and I appreciate you spending your time with me. I have pulled the King of Wands in your present energy. So this belies the incredible confidence that you're feeling, particularly during the time of the full moon. It seems as though your ability to lead, inspire, and motivate others is at some kind of a peak. This is, I believe, qualities that are coming through as a result of the discipline and devotion of what you do. You are so good at it. It also comes so authentically from your heart. This is something you desire. This is you actualizing a vision with which you can partner with other allies in order to manifest. And you are inspiring others, and it is that inspiration that nominates you to leadership. It is not your desire to control. It is your desire to follow your star that is inspiring others and motivating them to work with you and for you. You are so enthused and excited about this project, this organization, this effort, this work that you are doing. And its impact is profound. You are clearly able to speak to this publicly, to represent your ideas in a way that excites others, gets others eager, anticipatory of your achievements and creations. In the past, we have the Two of Wands. This card is indicating a lack of clarity in the past. In other words, you had difficulty being in the present moment that you now find yourself. So you were exhausted. You had kind of were over your past effort. You knew what your expertise was. I believe in some ways you had a product or project of vision that was clear for you. There was no question that this was an outpouring of your unique gifts and expression. But you were looking and casting about for where to land this project. It can be within an organization where you feel like your former position was played out in some way, and that you knew that you needed to move to a position where you could have a greater ability to direct your expertise and that of others. And so there's a way in which you were planning, looking forward in the future, which can indicate a kind of anxiety, difficult being in the present moment when you are relying on your frustrations with the past and your excitement and anticipation of a future possibility. In the future, the Chariot card. Here you are firmly on your way. What I think is interesting about this is that you have understood a shift in your responsibilities, so that in order to focus on this project, this goal that you have in mind, this new enterprise, you are releasing yourself from obligations and responsibilities to others, unnecessary obligations. Your capacity and capability have earned you the reputation as a fixer. People come to you to fix things, and it has in the past denied you the space and the opportunity to focus on your goals and to fix something for yourself, because you have abandoned trying to fit in with others. You've abandoned the desperate desire to belong to people, and in that way you kind of did things as a way of gaining favor and regard from people who ordinarily thought you were just a nerd that fixed things well. You were the go-to person, and your generosity meant that you were going to do it, often for no recompense, uh, in many cases, not even a thank you. Now that you understand that you're no longer desperate to belong, you belong. You not only belong, you have a vision and a gift of where your talents can build something better. And in order to devote yourself to that, you have set up healthy boundaries in order to impact the world in the way that you desire, the way that you believe your talents can impact and create a better world. You realize that you no longer have the bandwidth to be putting out other people's fires. This is the kind of help you've given, is the kind of help they can get for themselves. And you are very clear that your talents, your energy, your time must be devoted to your vision. And in that way, it ensures success and victory. If this reading is resonating for you, Aquarius, please like this video. Please share this with others, and please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I pulled the Courage card. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. This is work that you've been doing. The fear of not belonging, the fear of being rejected, the fear of being excluded, the fear of the pain that you've already experienced over and over again is one that you have faced. You have taken responsibility for repeating this desire to belong, and you have freed yourself. In other words, it is the lessons you've learned from those rejections that has given you the courage to do something better, to do something different. The courage came from being tired of being perceived as weak, a pushover. So and so will do it. Aquarius will do this, of course. And that actually depleted your confidence, because the regard you were hoping for in being generous with others was not reciprocated. And now you have the courage of belief and faith in yourself and in your gifts and talents. And that's what's giving you confidence. That's what's showing you you don't need to belong. You do belong. You belong to the world. It's interesting, my mother used to say when she was alive that we don't raise children for ourselves, we raise them for the world. And I always thought that was so profound. And I do think that for many of you, understanding that uh, your job is not to service your loved ones or relatives, friends, colleagues, but to find your place in the world, make the contribution you're here to make. That's what's giving you the courage, the anticipation, the inspiration that others are following. And in your present, the King of Wands is clarified by the Six of Jades or Pentacles. This is the success you're having in approaching your relationships as contracts, agreements, negotiations, so that you evaluate each relationship on its own merit. And primarily, you have learned to ask for what you want. That's the beginning of any negotiation. If it's a raise, if it's another position, if it's more love, if it's less fighting, whatever it is, you've learned to say, I want X. And then that opens the conversation. And this is something I have to say many of you have been conditioned to believe that you were not deserving of in some subtle way, perhaps through a role assignment as caretaker for someone in your family or in your relationships. You were not allowed to have wants or desires. It was not expected. You were there to service the needs and desires of others. So really learning to claim what you want is a big learning curve. And when we start from that place, we build relationships. We grow by connecting through our mutual interest, our desires, the things that we're good at, the things we're not good at, and we work with another. It is a working agreement. I do believe this is one of the profound lessons for you at this time, Aquarius. In the past, the Two of Wands is clarified by the Five of Jades. Yeah, this is coming up again. The looking at the patterns of the past that were hurtful, where you experienced rejection, exclusion from the group, being that oddball. I know I say this often, but I do believe that your kind of gifted intuition is something that makes a lot of other people uncomfortable. Your ability to see into the future, to anticipate what will be needed, to gather information from places other people don't see, has netted you many experiences of rejection, of being excluded from things, and that pain you don't want to repeat. But you've also understood and taken responsibility for your role in that. In other words, why do we keep going back to the same kind of partners or friends that keep doing us dirty? And so you understand and now are grateful for those experiences for showing you what you don't want and who you're not, as well as who you truly are. In the future, the Chariot is clarified by the Nine of Staffs. Interesting. I get the sense that you have been working on this for a long, long time, that you have thrown all of your resources at this desire, at this goal over and over again. You are determined, you have never given up, and something is different now. I believe what's different is this new appreciation of the work of relationships. Perhaps in the past you didn't view relationships as work, or they shouldn't be work, or they should be more romantic. Many of us are privy to this illusion, this Hollywood sense of relationship, right? And soulmates can, or soul connections, soul bonds can be magical. They can be instantaneous. However, whether they come to fruition, whether they ever manifest into a real live relationship, is something altogether different. And I think you're learning that. I think you're learning that this is an agreement that you join with another in accomplishing. And that is what's giving you the element X, the magic bullet that is making your determination manifest. You are willing to keep on throwing all of your best effort at a project. You are undaunted by all of the hurts and damage you've sustained. You are wounded, but you are sure of victory. And this is beautiful, clarifying the Chariot card. So I'm going to finish up with a crystal oracle for you. Whoop. And I pulled what's called the Boji stones. They're quite weird looking, right? And the key word is balance. I am balanced, whole, and complete. Thank you so much, Aquarius, for this powerful reading. I will link some content on one side or the other of the screen. And this is one of the reasons why I've changed the format a little bit, so that there's more access to more content if you're enjoying the content. So blessings again. Until next time. Namaste.